In other stories now, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa says his administration will do everything possible to make sure that his predecessor and longtime leader Robert Mugabe and family live in peace, undisturbed. He adds that Mugabe will be given a lucrative retirement package. Many Zimbabweans are hoping Mr. Mugabe and his family, who became known for their extravagant lifestyles, would be held to account for their actions. Mugabe was ousted by the military in November following his 37 years in power. President Mnangagwa, who's a former ally of Mugabe, had fallen out of favor before returning to Zimbabwe to become president 2 months ago. However, Mnangagwa says he's not giving anyone immunity. And African Affairs analyst Declan Ihekaire is here with us for more on the political situation in Zimbabwe. Good to have you on the program.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So how would you react to President Mnangagwa saying that his government will make sure that former President Mugabe lives in peace despite his extravagant lifestyle while he was in office?
Thank you so much. We should not be surprised that such statements should be coming from Emmerson now. It's a common trend in Africa where you find a situation where the incumbent, when he's leaving, he negotiates his way to having a special freedom around him. It's happened also in Nigeria here. If you're very vast with the between Buhari and Buhari and Jonathan's era, you know, immediately after the election, negotiators came to actually speak to Buhari that, look, we know that you're out to fight corruption, but you should please excuse this ex-president from your, attacks here and there. And that is why you see today they pull the wife, dame today, they pull her tomorrow.
Let's keep
but we have to also make reference, because this is an African problem. It's an African problem because it's happening in Zimbabwe today. It's happened in some other countries in Africa, some past, So what I'm saying in essence is this. The current president in Zimbabwe does not have the moral guts to actually stand his ground on making sure that Mugabe pays for every wrongdoing he has done in the course of being president in Zimbabwe. I see a situation where the current president is also afraid that he is also going to soil his hands, and he wouldn't want anybody to also open up his misdoings as soon as he vacates office. So it's a common trend in Africa.
But why would you think that he doesn't have the moral stand to, look into those allegations that have been leveled against Mr. Mugabe while in office?
Of course, he's likely to also commit the same thing. He's also likely, has a tendency to commit the same thing. So there's no way, look, before he became the president, there were negotiations. They sat down, there were external and internal individuals who also participated in negotiation to say, okay, let Mugabe be out of office, but these are the conditions. Don't try him, don't expose him, don't do this. And being a true African leader, he said, okay, I will. So if he attempts now to begin to go contrary to that agreement, it is not Zimbabweans that will fight him. The international connection to that negotiation will work against him. So it's a common trend.
But he told the media that no one had been granted immunity from prosecution. So with what you're saying now, doesn't it sound a bit contradictory?
Like I was making reference to other countries in Africa where such has happened. You are bound to hear that nobody is exempted, no immunity. Just the same way somebody somewhere, a president said that is for nobody, that is for everybody, is for nobody. It's a common trend. Now, if he's saying there's no immunity for Mugabe, he has also given Mugabe some advantage over the citizens of Zimbabwe. For instance, he has given him some allowances. He has given him housing, he has given him travel allowances, he has given him health, he has given him pension. He has made Mugabe a president within a president. And this should not be. So it happens in Africa where you have leaders who have the intent of either elongating their tenure or amassing the national wealth to their own, advantage. So it's a case of rub my back, I rub your shoulder. I will not open you up, you don't open me up. So whoever is coming next will also look at this current president of Zimbabwe and say, oh, okay, you pardon this guy, I'm also going to pardon you. And in as much as this is a trend, I don't see any African country that practices presidential system of government that want to really fight corruption.
But when Mr. Mugabe announced his resignation, I mean, Zimbabweans were very excited, they were very happy because to them it looked like it was the beginning of a new era. But with these developments, do you think that they will feel disappointed?
Of course, they should feel disappointed. It's a case of, permit me to use the word, it's a case of garbage in, garbage out. Look, what you have in Africa's setting, the kind of government we run in Africa's setting is a recycling kind of government. One might be in party A today, he's a ruler. The other one might be in party B. But I tell you, they have places where they meet, where they unite against the common interest of the people.
But how would you prove that?
It's a normal thing. I'm in Nigeria, I'm an African. I tell you that there is no government, there is no president in this country, presidential, who has the guts. I tell you, those that have tried it met their Waterloo. Okay?
I don't think you can say that for sure, except you have adequate proof to show that this is the case.
Listen, I have adequate proof to defend what I'm saying. I am a Nigerian. I've just told you now, in Nigeria here, I had somebody who was voted in under the mantra of change, who said, I'm going to do everything possible to checkmate corruption. But today, we all know that the former president, we do respect, did told us then that he had no shoes. And now he has so many words around him. I'm sorry. But the fact remains that has he been checkmated?
We'll have to end this conversation here at this time because we do not have concrete proof to say that this is the true situation. But thank you very much for coming on Network Africa. African Affairs Analyst Declan Ihekari. It was good having you on the program.
You're welcome.
And still to come on Network Africa, the CAF President Faustin Touadera visits Hopper Town and calls for an end to the violence. Please stay with us.